I've just done a yoga class this morning, and one of the moves that we did really highlighted a kind of lack of mobility perhaps through my hands and through my wrists, and how this is connected to a lack of mobility in my shoulders. So we were doing a dolphin practice. If you know yoga, dolphins kind of like forearms on the floor, bringing your hips up high. And one of the modifications that the teacher gave us was to use a brick like so, and to put your thumbs on the floor with your palms facing up. So it's kind of easy to have the backs of your hands on the floor a little bit, but it's really quite difficult to get the thumb on the floor. So I don't know if you can see how well you can see in the video here, but I can't get that outer edge of my thumb down on the floor. And what that tells me is actually this is less about my kind of thumb being able to move, and it's more about a lack of movement through my shoulder. So when we turn our hands like this, it draws our humerus into external rotation and it retracts the shoulder blade at the same time. So if you know that you're sticky in your shoulders, or if you do arm balances, you might get wrist problems, hand problems, elbow problems. It's very likely to do with a lack of movement at the shoulder rather than it being anything actually to do with the hands or with the wrists. So I really like this just as a drill to understand that kind of connection between what the hand is doing and the shoulder. So all you need to do is get a yoga block like so and try and draw your thumb to the floor, keeping the backs of your hands on the floor and keeping your fingers on the floor. And then if you wanted to take it a little bit further, you can kind of do what we did in the class, which is bring up your hips, still trying to keep the sides of your thumbs on the floor, but you can see that when I do that, I automatically want to lift my fingers up. So it's kind of okay to do it when I'm in this position, but then when I lift my hips up, my shoulders can't cope with the demand and my hands twist off the floor. So I'm going to try and hold this here for 10 seconds, tension out at the neck, so head relaxed, and I'm trying to twist my thumb down to the floor, which is going to give me the movement in my shoulder blades. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So give that a go today. You can either do the kind of fuller version where you're loading your shoulders up with the weight of your hips by putting them up high, or you can just stay on the floor like so and just practice that movement at the hand, trying to keep the backs of your hands and your thumbs on the floor. Good luck.